Hey guys, I'm Emily, aka Aqua Girl. This is my first video about how to set up an African cichlid tank. I will offer a disclaimer that I am by no means an expert on African cichlids. This is my first tank of them, and I'm still kind of a novice fish keeper. So if I give incorrect information, no worries. Just leave me a comment and let me know so I can learn and we can all learn together. So I set this tank up for my office, and I'm going to do a series of videos about it so that we don't have to, or nobody has to watch a 20-minute video because no one has time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm gonna kind of break it up into different sections. So first of all, these are Rift Lake cichlids, African cichlids. They're mostly Malawi Mbuna. There are a few Lake Victoria haps in there, although I don't know whether they're really count as haps. That I'm gonna get into the fish at another time. So what we're talking about today is the hardware. So what you need when you set up a tank is obviously the tank. You can buy it new, but definitely recommend Craigslist. This one I bought new because it was for my office, but I buy all my personal tanks used on Craigslist, get way better deals. And then you will probably also need a stand. That's one that I got on Petco, not super exciting. The tank itself is acrylic. It is a 46-gallon bow front. So yeah, you'll need the tank. You will also need a good quality light. This fixture happened to come with the tank that I bought, but you want to research bulbs and make sure that you get one that's strong enough to kind of provide the sunlight, you know, and you know, I don't know that much about lights, so defer to someone else's expertise on that. But you definitely need a good light bulb and a good light fixture. You also need, I recommend 2 forms of filtration, which I have here. You will need a plastic heater, something that is heavier duty. The glass heaters sometimes aren't tough enough for little cichlids. They can get rowdy and break them. So you need the filtration, you need the heater, you need the light. You need I recommend a digital thermometer. It just kind of takes the guesswork out of everything. I don't like having to deal with the mercury, so those are cheap. They're like $6. Then you will also need substrate, which is the stuff on the bottom there, and some sort of rock. I would say the rock is arguably the most crucial thing if you're keeping African cichlids, especially these Mbuna. They are rock dwellers and they really like to have caves so that they can hide and feel safe and establish territory and all that. And these guys were really shy when they first came. They've been in the tank for about 5 days now, and they're kind of warm enough. They've figured out that I am the bringer of food, so they're a little friendlier than they were. So the rock that I have in here, this is called Texas Holy Rock, and it's really expensive, but I highly recommend it because it has all those little built-in caves you can see, and they love it. I mean, the first thing they did was start diving around in them. And the nice thing about this rock too is that it's limestone, so it will buffer the pH up. You do want a pH of like 8 to 8.2-ish or above, depending, but they like a higher pH. So that really helps. The other thing that helps with the pH is the substrate, which is the crushed coral. It helps buffer the pH up too. If I had to do it again, I would probably do pool filter sand. Cichlids like sand. They kind of like to sift through it for food. It's cute. And pool filter sand is so cheap. It's like 50-pound bags, like maybe $15 at a pool store. It works really great as a substrate. Crushed coral is pretty expensive. I also have this rock over here. I think it's granite. I don't really know what it is. Got a local fish store. They seem to like that too. There's kind of some little caves and stuff. Oh, here we have O'Doyle. He is the bully of the tank. There's kind of some caves and stuff in there. They like those rocks as well. So as far as having 2 filters, you want that for a couple reasons. They recommend overstocking an African cichlid tank, which reduces aggression. We'll talk about that in a later video. But when you overstock, you gotta have some robust filtration to counteract that. So I have a Cascade filter, the Aqua Clear 70. It's this bad boy right here. Super good buy for $40 on Amazon. A lot of serious fish keepers don't use Cascade filters, but this Aqua Clear 70 is one that they will recommend. The main filtration unit is the Eheim. I hate the way the green tubes look, but this is an awesome filter for the price. I paid about $90 for it, again on Amazon, and it is a canister. It is a beast to put together. Seriously, it makes IKEA's instructions look easy and straightforward. But so the canister filter lives here underneath that's what that looks like. Oh, and you definitely want to buy, you see that white thing in the plug there? That is a timer for the light. It's a no-brainer. It's, again, $6, super cheap, and you have to have a timer for your lights. This will help prevent algae growth and just gives the fish some consistency. It's better for the light to come on and go off at the same time every day. And I have this light set to come on at 9:30 in the morning and to go off at 4:30 in the afternoon. And so far, so good. We don't have any algae issues yet. So yeah, that's about it. That heater's 250 watts. And sorry, I can't tell you more about the light. But yeah, so those are your basic things you're gonna need for your cichlid tank. Oh, I should also mention the tank that I have, 46-gallon bow front, and it's 36 inches. Not really big enough for African cichlids. I made it work because that was kind of what my bosses wanted. But ideally, you would get at least a 55-gallon, 48-inch tank for them. So if I were to do it all over again, I'd put my foot down and insist on it. It just better for the fish, easier for you. So that's all I have for the hardware. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments. Also, your constructive criticism is always appreciated, but don't be a jerk. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.